Hi, everyone. Good evening, and thank you, President Sproles and the New York School of Interior Design, for inviting me to join in this celebration and speak with you tonight. When I think about my NYSID experience, two words come to mind: promises fulfilled. From the first day that I walked onto campus right up until this moment, there have been a series of promises made and fulfilled for which I'm so grateful. The first promise made was during a NYSID open house. I was an English major at the University of Delaware at the time who had chosen a safe path, setting aside my passion for design. NYSID's BID certificate program offered students like me a chance to start over in another direction, even without any formal design training. The alumnus who spoke, Nick Dimitrovich, explained how he went from disliking his job at a leading brokerage firm to successfully realizing his interior design dream through NYSID. He promised us that if he could make this jump, then we could too. I realized sitting there before Nick had even finished that I had already made my decision. It was that unquestionable feeling that people talk about when visiting the school that they're meant to go to. I hadn't had that feeling at Delaware, but at NYSID I did. Within 3 months, I applied and enrolled, and then suddenly the NYSID promise became one that I made to myself. I promised that if I worked as hard as possible, I'd become the best designer I could be and take advantage of all this school had to offer. Keeping this promise to myself became the hardest and most rewarding thing I've ever set out to do. Let's just say that basic drafting doesn't feel so basic when you're coming from being an English major. I'm happy to say that I kept this promise to myself, but it wasn't easy and I didn't do it alone. During my junior year, I received a letter saying I'd been awarded the Charlotte Moss Scholarship, and I cannot stress its impact enough. Charlotte Moss's generosity in endowing this award made a critical difference for me. It helped reduce my debt and enabled me to buy a laptop. Buying that laptop meant that I could work as many hours as it would take to give school my all. And day and night, I really gave it my all. During fall semester 2018, the interior design student with the laptop was on a first-name basis with the staffs at Starbucks and Panera in my town. And so I really am grateful to Charlotte Moss for fulfilling her promise to NYSID to support up-and-coming designers through a scholarship that truly makes a difference in a student's life. Thank you. Design is at its core a way to impact lives. Few professions lend themselves to affecting people the way that this one does. My courses at NYSID helped me to understand that design can be used as a tool for change. After completing my thesis project, a social justice community center with an education component, I realized that I only wanted to work at a firm that emphasized societal benefit. I started exploring nonprofits in need of interior design work, but I came up empty. Nancy Berry and Ellen Fisher heard me out and tried to determine if such a situation existed. They advised me not to give up, and they promised to help me do the type of design I believe in, and they kept their word. A dinner that Ellen had with a Beyer Blinder Belle partner in the New York office led to an interview, during which the company was impressed by the portfolio that NYSID helped me develop, as well as my desire to help others through design. I'm happy to say that I've begun my career at BBB in Washington, D.C. as an architectural designer, where I work on large-scale public projects held to the highest standard of preservation, sustainability, and positive societal impact. Being an interior designer within an architecture firm is the hardest, most wonderful challenge that I've ever accepted, one that I'm grateful for every single day. It's been 5 years since that NYSID open house, and I've become the person I am because of promises made and fulfilled. So tonight and in days to come, as you think about ways to positively impact the interior design industry, our society, and those around us, please consider donating to the New York School of Interior Design. Your contribution is needed and appreciated, and the ripple effect will be tremendous. I promise you. Thank you very much.